How's the way you worded thing? I thought you guys were only doing like a best of one right now. All right, hello everybody. We are here back this time with a bonus game tournament. It's exciting stuff, I know. Just to go over bonus game really quick, you unlock bonus game by collecting cards in the main game. That's how it's unlocked. So we have all the cards and everything unlocked from the get-go. Bonus game will be a best of 3 knockouts with groups, and then we'll go to a best of 5 finals. In the event that each runner ties, we're going to pray that that doesn't happen. We have 8 knockouts, and then we'll go into 8 groups, then 4 semis, then a final. We're going Homer 1 to Homer 2 in chronological order, just for viewer's sake, and there will be no resetting allowed to gain an advantage. So that means whatever cards they get from the beginning will be the cards that they have to deal with. This will be, hopefully, a very fun, very fast-paced tournament. Again, we have no lower bracket, no loser bracket, nothing like that. Once you're out, you're out. You have one shot, one best of 3 until we make it all the way to the grand finals. Today we have Haus versus BeingofUniverse. Very, very close PBs up on the board. I think Haus did do some runs off stream, so that should be very, very close. 38th on the leaderboard versus 40th. And we can see the last PB dates, 2021 for Bean, and today for Haus. This is the round one, obviously the knockouts. So, first match to set things off with this tournament. Exciting stuff. We can, if both runners are ready, go ahead and swap to the bonus game screen, which will be a fun little change here. And if I get confirmation from both runners, we can set this up as soon as possible.
Yeah, sure, I'm ready.
We'll see if Bean's ready momentarily. Bean is ready, both Haus and Bean ready to go. I'll give a quick countdown and then we'll go ahead and start. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, GL, GL.
GL, GL.
GL.
And we are off to the races. The open wheel race car, despite the fact that it's labeled a 3 on the screen, I believe what Vertic told me, the current world record holder for this category, is that the stars are based on the total stars in the main game, and then that divided by the number of total stars. So in this case, open wheel race car, despite the fact that it's the fastest in the game, because it has such low toughness, it's rated as 3 stars compared to like the hearse being 4, and I think the chase sedan as well. Despite that, it is still the fastest car. BeingofUniverse being spun around a little bit in this opening lap. And I will say, this is one of the categories where RNG is it can be pretty heavy. So if you get bad car spawns, like if you get like a fire truck spawn, a limo spawn, something of the sort, I've seen it mess up runners in the past. Basically any car that's blocky, big, and blocking the road, it's very, very annoying in certain circumstances, as you can imagine. See, Bean and Haus, this is what happens when you finish the race here. And then they're gonna go to the next lap here. Or the next race, rather. We can see the unregistered hypercam on Haus's screen. Forgot about that one. Another thing about bonus game that I quite like is the music soundtrack. It's a nice change of pace from the main game. Some of these are absolute tunes, and they're so good. Unregistered Hypercam 2, it's real. W Haus, heart emoji. And as you can see from the first stage, this goes by extremely quick. I barely had time to explain the tournament, the format, the background, and we already finished with the first level. Again, we'll be seeing it again relatively soon, depending on if the runner that wins the first one wins the second one. We might even see it a third time. Just to sort of set the scene a little bit, I believe there are 22 contestants in this event total. And among those, we have, I believe, 8 different group sections, or 6 rather. We have 6 groups in the knockouts. And it looks like Bean loading in, and then Haus as well. There is a slight discrepancy, but I mean, what can you do with a small delay? This is the Lisa level. Faster to take the shortcut around and take the jump. You also insta-reset, for those that didn't know, if you hit something. You don't get the black screen fade in like you do in the main game. And this song in particular, very, very high-paced. Amber saying, flip this level in the chat room. Haus getting stuck a little bit. The voices can also be quite loud in this category, I've noticed. Especially Bart yelling no. Good laps here. So I'm looking at the knockouts bracket. We have Bean versus Haus. The winner of this will go on to face Vertic, the first place seed. Another matchup that we have in the knockouts, Lucas versus Tyler. Winner of that goes to face Vapo. We have Flingle versus Zotan. Winner of that goes to face Critch. Warb and Mukase, winner of that, faces Homer of Steel. Tilbert IGTP, winner of that, goes to face Blue Badge. And Guff and myself, winner of that, aka Kane California, will go on to face Turney. I'm just kidding. And then we also have 2 other matchups, ZRN versus Crazy Tone Dog and Amber versus Axie, for those group stages that'll lead us into the semis and then the finals. This power plant level, again, we're doing this all in chronological order. I think in regular bonus game, you can do it in whatever order you'd like, although there are some preset ones, like, you want to do the worst levels first, basically. Just to keep it a bit less reset heavy. The timer also does freak out in this category, but since this is essentially RTA, for the means of this category, I mean, we don't really mind too much. Obviously, we're getting rid of all the time in between, but you can see the timers are static. They just update during the lap, is how it would go in the for the runners. So right here, you can see that single lap took Haus about 20-ish seconds. Being getting stuck a bit on this curvature here. This does handle very differently from the main game. Oh wow, look at that. You can see the time delay here, the 10-second time delay really putting into effect, even though we got sync here. Haus having a very slight lead. And I've been told that the character you pick does not, in fact, affect the speed of your car. like some may have believed at first. So no, picking Lisa and Bart does not make you faster than picking Homer. We have the scientific data to back this up. I mean, this race is about as close as you can ask for an opening race. Only a 10-second difference. Obviously, Bean hasn't ran this category as hard as Haus has in recent memory. And Haus, I believe, I didn't see if he ran backwards or not. I think this is one of the levels where you can go backwards, and it's tends to be faster. Assuming you don't crash, of course. The power-ups right there that you can see Haus getting, those are speed boosts that you can use throughout the race. I forget what button it would be for, in terms of on Haus's controls for him, but I think it's set to your honk. It's been a while. We can see they both finish. Haus finishes quite a bit sooner. And shout out to the tires that have larger collision. This is true guff. Many top runs have died to such tires. We have this level at the dam. I find it interesting how you essentially go to the power plant very early on. We can see runners taking it tight here instead of using the jump. The jump, not as fast. It also causes you to crash into walls quite a lot. And sometimes you get out of bounds, you reset your car. I want to say that tech that we saw earlier where you go start the race backwards is one of the few pieces of tech in bonus game. There's not too many major skips in this. It's just a lot of good driving. You can see Lisa there, reset. It's basically instant. And Bean taking a bit of a flight there. In terms of storylines, we have a hotly contested top 3 for this tournament. Blue Badge, as well as Homer of Steel, and of course the world record holder Vertic. They have been going back and forth. Of course, Haus has been grinding away live on his stream. This category in recent memory. Likewise, we have the returning runners that haven't been on as much, such as Turney. We have Guff in the tournament as well. This is not a best of 1, this is a best of 3 up until the finals, in which case it'll be a best of 5. So pretty soon they'll go back to the start. We'll go for round 2. And then depending on who wins this, it could be 2 or 3 matches if they win again or lose. We can hear Eddie Guerrero theme song loud on blast. Can you feel the heat? I can certainly feel it in this stage. Yeah, Black Ops 1, good game. Blue Badge with the GLGL, an IL record holder. of this category. And yeah, if you hit the spikes here, your car gets stuck. And as you can see on Bean screen, promptly, it can blow up. And cars do have damage in this category, which is probably why the hearse and chase sedan are so highly rated in the menu, despite the fact that they go just a little bit slower than the open wheel race car. And Haus finishing off a 909.80. We'll see what Bean gets. A 939.97. I believe both runners can come back and call, and then we'll do the next up, or they can just start right away. I'm not sure. We can undeafen them. All right.
Hello.
Hello. All right.
Yeah, I
Haus
forgot that I
takes round one. Hello.
Yeah, that was an okay run.
It started out pretty good, but nah.
My Lisa was pretty bad. My Bart 2 was okay. I knocked a second off my summer best somewhere. But like 90X is what I was like in my head trying to get consistently when I was practicing. So we take those.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I have another one to go?
Yep.
Okie doke.
Haus is ready, preparing to get to the main menu of the bonus game.
There we go. Oh, no. There we go.
I think we're ready for round two. If both runners are ready, we can start right away.
Yeah, let me just reset my splits and then I'm all good. There we go.
All right. Go ahead and start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. GL once again.
GLGL.
2, 1, 0, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I do find it interesting. Haus picking Homer. Reminder to restart splits, or else the auto splitter may not work, I think, says Amber. We're going off again. I feel like if Bean practiced, maybe he did practice offline, but maybe PB'd once more. I know Bean's a good runner. I feel like he could get a better time in the second half. Again, the seeding times, very close. But Haus has been grinding away. I hope most of the races are like this. I think I'm in the highest disparity from seeding times, but maybe I'm wrong. And I did mention prior my internet was not the most stable. I have reconnected. But I couldn't just let the bonus game tournament not start with the comms on. You may notice a change in my voice. I've gone from desktop to mobile as both runners finish out the second map here. And we'll move on to the third. This is quite an awful spawn-in for being here, but as is for Haus a little bit more lenient on the cars, but even still, getting a cola truck and a car built for Homer, kind of mean. And there's the tires, the tight corners coming into play again in bonus game. Can be quite rough to deal with. Quite rough indeed, but both of these runners may have that dog in them. A 1-0 lead so far for Haus, but making pretty big mistake on that tight corner. But we'll be recorrecting. Could be the difference here on this map. We can sort of take in the sunset. I think being only 5 seconds of difference here. Keeping it close for this second round. You do have to wait quite a bit to get back into the maps once you go, but once you get in there, it's all good. Been getting turned around a bit. And Haus getting a little bit of a strat. This rocket car is really fighting with Haus right now. Haus finishing that lap off. Been getting quite a bit of air there. Light of the Valkyries like a Wagner song. As both runners go through the power plant. Haus tilting a bit on the left side. We'll get stuck up. Bean finishing the lap. That is quite a big difference from when Haus finished, so we'll see what the time difference is. It is close. A 4-second difference between these two runners. It might as well be 3, that 0.99 on Haus's end. This is one of the few categories in this game where we do pay attention to the decimal marks at the end. This is why I say that high breaks are exceedingly rare in this. Been having a pretty rough go around. Start off with Haus. Knowing the strat on this map. I have no idea why this works, but much like Todd Howard, it just does. The duff truck here is kind of spinning around for Haus and being zooming along right behind the nerd car and hits the little tire. We hate these tight corners with the tires on them. The radius is quite a lot larger than you may think. Haus going flying at the end here. You love to see that. And both runners going on to the second to last map. Still keeping it relatively close, despite, I think, Bean not using the backwards method here. It's hard to commentate over this. This is like, it's just so fast paced. Haus having a bit of a turnaround. Bean having a pretty decent first lap here. Much better than Haus's. Bean's having a really good go around at this. I think this could be one of the... Oh, what an unfortunate spawn. The Farini spawns back in place. Nothing you can really do about that one. Once again, the tire corner coming into play. Been getting a bit of a jump. Taking it really tight here. I like that. Gets a bit of momentum. And we'll finish. 7:39 on the clock. And a 7:34 for Haus. This is getting to the wire. It's all going to depend on this last stage here. Bean picking El Barto, Bartman himself, as Haus. Sticking Homer. The time difference is very close. A measly 5 seconds could shift at the blink of an eye. And it might just with that start. Oh my goodness. Haus getting caught, flung around, is breaking into the wrong area. Bean's gonna have quite a field day with this one. Things don't go wrong on the upcoming laps. He's taking it home. Bean was talking about glazed hams. Something about torches and propane off the call. And let me just say, much like a propane tank, things are heating up here for BeingofUniverse. And Haus spinning out again. This stage, one of the harder stages in the game. You can see the spikes that have to be dealt with. Obviously, the tight corners make it hard when there's cars piled up. And the corners... Well, you know the deal about corners in this. And BeingofUniverse, a 9:15. But a Haus 9-11. 4-second difference in the final lap. Haus barely takes it narrowly by 4 seconds.
GG. Oh,
GG. That was a close one. Is Haus back? Oh, he's still deafened. Rip. There he is.
That was close, man. Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, GG. Yeah, that run wasn't as good. That was that was a very poor ending for me. That part 2 was terrible.
Yeah, same
And
here.
then I had like the typical Homer 2 lap one as well. I think I got like a 23-27 on my first lap.
Number 2 collapsed at the end for me.
Yeah, the only good, I had a really good ARPU. I think I shaved another second off of my summer best in ARPU.
I'm just glad I didn't pick the wrong direction for Apu this time.
Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't. At no point did I think I'd already finished the race when I just did finish my 4th lap, which I was doing a lot in practice. Just like,
Easy to do.
yeah. But no, that was a lot of fun though.
Yep. Apparently, I was actually in the lead after lap 2 in Humber 2.
Oh wow, yeah. See, like, yeah, it was so close.
Yep.
Yeah.
GG's, man.
Yeah, GG's.
GLGO with Vertic.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah. The that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a race. But yeah, thank you. He's just left, but thank you to Kane for commentating that, and thank you to Amber for restreaming.
Yep.
And yeah, I think we're going again in a couple of days. I think I'm paying Kane back. I'm commentating his race against Guff in a couple of days, 10 p.m. GMT. So that will be a good race. I think the winner faces Blue Badge. So yeah. Oh, they face Turney, sorry, and then I think they whoever wins that faces Blue Badge. But yeah, I think we're raiding out as well. So thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Being, for doing this.
You too, Haus.
Yeah.